I think without a doubt, GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64 is a game that most people look back with fond memories upon. GoldenEye has been around for a long time. There was even a remake that was going to be released on the 360, but due to licensing issues, it never saw the light of day. Well, this story today is about a game that could be coming to Xbox and hopefully other platforms that will be a remaster of the original GoldenEye in all its glory. Before I get into it, though, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell. My subscribe button's broken again. See? If you don't subscribe, what is happening? Just play the animation. There we go. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell to know when these videos go live. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed. Let's get into the story. So GoldenEye is a favorite of mine, but let's go to Video Games Chronicle and read all about what is happening with this rumor. So basically, a canned Xbox remaster of the N64 classic leaked online last year, and recently Rare developers reportedly spotted unlocking GoldenEye Xbox achievements. So a little bit of backstory for this. I can't really show any of the footage, but if you go to YouTube, you can see full playthroughs of the unlocked game. And basically what it was is it allowed you to switch between the N64 style graphics to modern graphics. It had 20 achievements and what else? Just some notes I put down over here. There's 55 achievements in the new version for 1,000 total gamer score. What happened was the newer version was discovered by the website True Achievements, and two people who go by Big Sheep and X Tina McGrath, who are ex-Rare employees, have been spotted unlocking achievements in this game that nobody else has access to. So potentially an accident, but a lot of people are noticing it. So that version on the 360 that had 20 achievements with all these cool sort of features where you could swap back and forth between the old looking version and the new looking version, it was canceled due to licensing issues. As you can imagine, the James Bond license is tied up in a lot of legal stuff that is probably pretty boring to hear about. But yeah, so that whole original version for the 360 was leaked in February of 2021, and you can see basically the whole thing on YouTube. I watched it just to sort of prep to talk about this story, and the version was really, really cool. It was exactly what you would expect from GoldenEye, and you were able to switch back and forth between the visuals. It had all the characters' likenesses and everything in the game. But we'll see what happens if it actually sees the light of day. So let's read what Video Games Chronicle has to say. Maybe they have a few more details than what I've been able to discover about the story. Speculation has increased around the potential official re-release of Rare's GoldenEye 007 after achievements were reportedly uncovered on Xbox Live servers. So True Achievements is the site that tracks achievements, and you can see somebody completed the first level on any difficulty, and then they also completed the facility. And there's all these achievements that have been unlocked with even more here. There's one about frame rate. There's ones alluding to multiplayer, and the images tied to, I don't know how to open up larger images, but the images tied to these are very clear images that look like the original game. So I don't know how to open that up in a different thing. I'd have to inspect and go into the code, and you don't want to see that. But this is a big story, right? So True Achievements, it syncs and tracks achievement activity, and it caught these two people unlocking achievements, including the artwork from the original games. It has 1,000 gamer score of achievements, 200, which would have been from the original thing. And the two users, as I said, were Big Sheep and X Tina McGrath, two Rare lead engineer, and community head Christina and James. So last year, it was confirmed that Microsoft had to shelve an already completed remaster of the classic N64 game for the Xbox 360 following licensing issues, miscommunication between license holders, and a young team who rushed ahead to create it, despite a deal for the game having never been signed. A working build of GoldenEye 007's canceled Xbox 360 remaster was leaked onto file sharing sites in early 2021. and you were able to play those via modded console or PC emulator. And then VGC reviewed the leaked GoldenEye Xbox build and called it the greatest remaster you'll likely never play. And then today, Wario, kind of gets in on the action, and he's starting to talk about how this game is popping up everywhere. I don't know why I didn't link to the tweet, but he just he just tweeted about it not that long ago. For some reason, let's try this one down here. Did he delete it? No, there it is. So here's another look at the achievements. And he has the full-size images here showing you the images associated with the achievements with a thumbnail and everything. This would be great. It says it's for Xbox One, according to Exophase, another website that tracks achievements. And yeah, so honestly, this would be awesome if we do get a re-release, because if the reviews are saying it's one of the best remasters you'll likely never play, then it's just unfortunate that it's never going to see the light of day. Here's putting on my tinfoil cap for a second. Here's what I imagine happened. This thing was built, now it's getting leaked, people keep talking about it, and finally, behind closed doors, they've been, meanwhile, discussing everything about the licensing and trying to work out a legal agreement. I have to imagine that they've come to some sort of agreement about how the funds will be distributed, and now we're actually going to see this game see the light of day. It's been done, like completely done and playable since February 2021, to the point where people figured out how to emulate it and download it on their computers or their modded consoles. So I think it would be great if this actually did come to be, and we get to see more. Let's continue on the article and see if they had any other insight that I didn't already have. So it was the likeness rights. If GoldenEye 007 does receive an official re-release on modern platforms, it would be a huge step in preserving a game that has been battling against licensing issues for years, due to the likeness rights of Pierce Brosnan, Sean Bean, Robbie Coltrane, and more. This would likely have to be renegotiated or removed from potential release. Honestly, just make them look different. Nobody cares. Like, it would be nice if you could have the likeness, but if that's what's tying it up, just change those characters in the engine, and I think you're going to be fine. Just make, I don't know, they did it with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out when they had to switch out Mr. Dream for Mike Tyson, right? Just make him a new character. It wouldn't be ideal, of course. Ideally, I want the original version. But this is interesting. VG had referenced an interview here. It's kind of bittersweet, co-director Chris Tilson said of seeing GoldenEye Remaster leak into the public domain. It means people get to see the work that was done, but it also masks some of the cock-ups that went on behind the scenes. Co-director Mark Edmonds added, "The thing that I find strangest is, why now? Why leak it after all this time? Someone must have had this for all those years. It just seems strange to me. When I first heard about it, it almost made me think, are Microsoft leaking it on purpose for some reason? I don't think that would make sense, but it does make you wonder." So I don't think Microsoft leaked it on purpose. I know a lot of these websites sort of have this stuff just sitting and they're trying to figure out how to crack it or how to get the emulation working properly. And I think they finally just figured it out and leaked it. Or somebody was like, hey, I worked on this for 4 years and like nobody cares about this, got it to a person, and somehow it ended up on these servers. Who knows how it got there? Definitely not purposefully. Anyway, let me know what you would think about this James Bond remake coming and seeing the light of day. I think it would be really cool, and I would love to hear your thoughts. And while I have you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hey, it's working again. Hitting that bell to know when these videos go live. Thank you so much to everybody who has done so this far. If you want to become a member, memberships are turned on. Thank you to all the members listed here. I do appreciate you. I know you're very understanding, and I do appreciate your support of the channel. It's great. If you want to become one of those people, you can hit that join button. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.